Hello and welcome to everyone watching. My name is Debbie Archer and I'm delighted to be here with the ISTQB Women in Testing interview with Natia Sirbiladze, who is the CEO of Exact Pro Georgia and also the co-founder and president of the Georgian Testing Board. Welcome, Natia.
Hello, Debbie. I'm delighted to be part of the campaign organized by ISTQB. Hello, everyone.
Natia, a few questions for you today, just to get a feel of things in Georgia and how you have supported women in testing roles. I know you've had a lot of really great activities there. So first of all, let's go back to when you established the board, the ISTQB member board. What was the situation in the market and why did you decide to actually found the board in the first place?
I have 13 plus years of experience in technology sector, and going back around 2018 and much earlier, QA direction never seemed to be attractive to anyone on the market. Profession that never was deemed as a demandable one from the business side as well. All individuals who started as a QA specialist were eager to move forward to a different direction. With my colleagues from various companies, we decided that it was a good period to do something actually in this field and start working on the awareness and promotion of the profession and the direction itself. ISTQB is the biggest software testing examination scheme creator organization and keeps to be on the market, has various experienced specialists, products that are reviewed and updated regularly and added new ones as well. Actually, when we were applied to become the board, we didn't realize all the responsibility and seriousness of the actual work we were supposed to do. But I would mention here that I never regret that we started this new page, new adventure in our life.
I'm sure the community are very, very grateful to you for having established the board as well. And you know, the ISTQB, a really great comment there. You know, I think there's a lot more involved in ISTQB than perhaps people do realise, and it's a voluntary organisation too. What were your first steps in setting up the board?
Different directions. Like we realized we had to work on the different directions: business, individuals, and education. At the very first level, we added the ability for locals to take exams in Georgia. Before pandemic, everyone needed to visit officially accredited exam centers in order to take ISTQB exam. Therefore, it was our first step and announcement to wider audience about our existence and future plans. We started work on some workshops that gave information about CTFL product-based chapters to individuals, which were totally free of charge for people. Used all our contacts and channels to promote necessity. Establish relations with universities and try to push them about having software testing subject in their programs and especially with ISTQB syllabus. Relations with training centers. This was also an interesting step, and currently you may find up to 10 providers which provide trainings around software testing while there was 0 on the market years ago. There was a period that business started to ask for support to us, like for finding talented specialists for their QA team, or how to set up the proper process flow and the processes about their QA direction. And I remember that we even had several cases when our board members individually, they worked with some companies and were providing the consulting services to them. One important step for professionals to support exams at that period back in 2020 was also the big program in the country organized by GITA, Georgian Innovation Technology Agency, supporting 3,000 specialists education in tech direction.
Wow.
And the project aim was providing courses free of charge and then financing successful exams as well. We closely collaborated with organizers and managed to include peak direction there as well. Successfully, this program was really big achievement, and currently nowadays they have extensions of this program and they are continuing it successfully as well. And since demand from the business and individual side has increased, it became visible on the vacancy side as well. And also, even speaking about our group, our community, that we started from scratch and it had really 0 followers. Currently, we can find around 3.6K followers nowadays. So this is quite visible on the market, all these changes nowadays.
So a lot of collaboration, a lot of activities there to actually help to build recognition of the board and of course the scheme. What were your motivations behind some of the activities that you specifically did for women in tech?
Various countries have different problems still connected with a gap between women and men, unfortunately. All of them might have a different specifics. Early in my childhood, I also remember some subjects were deemed to be easier for male rather than for women, for example. Jobs were deemed to be separated as well. I think lots of people may notice that, for example, women should stay at home, take care about kids, and men should work and provide for the family. Salaries were different and so on. Unfortunately, even nowadays, I still believe that similar stereotypes that everyone reads somewhere or heard the stories, it might also be relevant for regions still. And all our member board, like members in our board, share the vision of equity and are eager to support women empowerment. Therefore, it was obvious that we had to use any opportunity and possibility to either join some projects and big programs or be involved in a different type of activities that could support and increase awareness, the knowledge around software testing for women. And definitely for each type of similar program and project, we were jumping into this.
Do you have any official statistics that highlight the gender gap that you describe?
Unfortunately, we don't. But for us, it's important to know exactly the situation related to the QA market and not only to the gender gap. Therefore, since 2020, we conduct surveys around our community and gather, analyze, and share results each Testers Day on 9th of September. Which we celebrate with our community and host different interesting events for this period. And this year, we will have an interesting today event as well. And I remember that last year, we had a quite interesting panel discussion of successful women in testing as well. They shared amazing stories of their various background, their age ranges with the different age ranges. And nowadays that they are really high demandable specialists on the market.
What was the first big program that you got involved in or you tried to support?
Firstly, we decided to sign Women Empowerment Principles, which is a program under UN Women, advancing gender equality in the workplace, marketplace, and community. The program has around 8,000 plus signature companies worldwide. We easily decided and became part of this program supporting equity. The next big project was launched in 2021 and was organized by UN Women, the government of Norway, and the Business and Technology University. And the program was called Educate 500 Women in Tech. The idea behind this program was to select beneficiaries across the regions from the whole country and educate them in 6 different directions from technology sector. Additionally, they were studying English language, and after the course, they had ability to take part in a boot camp. They were getting more practical knowledge and practical things about pitching, preparing presentations, more information about soft skills side, and so on. And finally, the final step was the opportunities that they were provided about internship and employment with the partner companies. We were training beneficiaries in software testing and all the women from regions that they were eager to learn more about it and get education around this. We were trying to provide this to them using this program.
Just to go back a little bit, you said UN Women, you were talking about the United Nations.
Exactly.
So this program was you work in collaboration with the United Nations locally in Georgia.
In Georgia.
And yes. Wow, impressive. I'd like to discuss that a little bit more with you, how that came about. But let's move on. So you've been involved in a lot of programs, multiple programs across multiple locations. Do you always travel or can you remotely access some of these programs?
Surely traveling is better. And speaking about the previous program, our board member even traveled in person and provided some lectures around software testing and the importance of it. But actually, a pandemic has a good impact, and online remote style is a good option too. Mm-hmm. Our board members are actively involved in different meetings with the different communities in order to support testers' profession and itself and increase awareness around this. Due to this initiative, we took part in webinars dedicated for girls from school who were interested in getting more information around the profession itself. And similar events, they were a lot, I would say, were organized, for example, a couple of them with the Tech Girls community locally, TESO fundraising organization, and similar other organizations as well.
So you've mentioned there about programs for girls. Just a question to you there. Is there a clear way that girls can then go to is it university, or do they go into work placements? What's the kind of standard track for a girl, would you say?
For girls, generally, the girls who are studying in school, it's not so easy to decide the direction itself, and the similar communities and initiatives are very good for them to understand the importance of each profession. And I think definitely testing is not known well, and especially for the school side. So in each time when we had such opportunity to step in and provide and make awareness and work on this, definitely we step in and we try to provide as much information as we can.
Do you have awards that recognize the achievement of women in Georgia?
Yes, we do. Speaking about the board, our board, for example, the Grace Hopper Award program, we were, firstly, a little bit about this award program itself. Like Grace Hopper Award program was launched in Georgia 3 years ago, recognizing Georgian women in ICT and these programs and institutions that support and increase and encourage diversity in the field. For our board, it was an honor, and we were nominated and became finalist of Grace Hopper's award category of industry awards. And the industry award is designed to recognize an exemplary organization making strides in the ICT industry for achieving equality, diversity, and the advancement of women in tech leadership.
You mentioned earlier Testers Day on the 9th of September, and Grace Hopper is kind of synonymous. I'm sure everybody listening will know the link there. If not, then maybe tune in on Testers Day and you'll find out a little bit more about why Grace Hopper is kind of so relevant there. Looking to the future, Natia, what are the plans?
Currently, we have quite a busy period. You mentioned also the Testers Day, and it's coming quite soon. And we are preparing for the big event for us in Georgia and for testers here, which was established as a sort of tradition by our board here. Like each year on the 9th September, we celebrate the International Testers Day in Georgia too. Each year, the event is getting more interesting and wider. This year, we have the various talks around software testing, about new trends, additional practical workshops around 6 different topics, also dedicated booths for companies, and finally, all interested individuals with different backgrounds in IT direction will gather, and all of them will be interested to get more information about the software testing. We plan Definitely, we plan to continue our relations with organizations which surely support women equity and empowerment, and to be part of different similar programs. We plan also to start some blog posts and speaking about new trends in software testing, maybe some podcasts too. And what I think is most valuable, of course, depending on available time resources, it will be good to start activities toward the school side too, more to be involved and to providing more understanding about the profession, and even give more information of this direction to the peoples, to the kids who are just in the school.
Natia, you are a very inspirational woman in testing, and thank you so much for your time today and for all that you do. I hope that everybody who has tuned in for the session today has enjoyed hearing Natia and the activities and the events that the Georgian board are doing. Natia, again, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie, very much. It was really nice, and I'm delighted to be part of this campaign. Thank you very much.